being with the breath. We end our journey with the start of meditation. We end every search from the moment we start the meditation. Just because everything is found unto meditation. Such a simple practice has everything. It's a full package just by being with the breath. Normal, natural breath. Soft, tranquil breath. So let us all collectively connect to our breath. Last 2 minutes, masters. Slowly bring back your awareness. Last 1 minute. Last 20 seconds. Become more and more aware of your surroundings and your physical body. 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. Slowly place your hands over your eyes for a few seconds. Whenever you are ready, you may open your eyes and take off your hands. Kindly have some water, and if you choose to stay back with your closed eyes, please do so as we listen and connect to the life journey of another master. So, we are reading this as a series of connecting to various masters from a collection with the book named Gurus of India. And today we are going to listen about Hazrat Tajuddin Baba. Hazrat Tajuddin Baba was one of the five perfect masters of his age. Such is the play of nature known as Maya that this perfect master was declared a lunatic and kept in confinement in the Nagpur Lunatic Asylum for more than 16 years. However, Baba Tajuddin started his divine play from this place and virtually converted the asylum to a place of worship. Let's go more into details. Baba Tajuddin was born on the 21st of January in the year 1861 at a place called Kamti, situated near Nagpur in the state of Maharashtra. From birth itself, there was something unusual about the child, for the newborn baby would not at all cry. He would at times open his eyes and look at people and again go to sleep. All normal methods to induce the child to cry have failed. The parents took recourse to a traditional shock method of touching hot iron to the forehead and ear of the child. With the application of this method, the child jerked out of its stupor and started crying. The burnt marks thus made on the head and the ears of the child remained on his body till the last. His father expired when he was about 1 year old, and his mother expired when he was only 9 years old. The care of this orphan was taken over by his maternal grandmother and maternal uncle Abdurrahman. As a child, Baba started his education at the age of 6 in a local madrasa in Kamti. During this time, a spiritually developed soul known as Hazrat Abdullah Shah visited the madrasa and saw the child Tajuddin. He immediately told the teacher, "Why are you teaching this child? He has got all knowledge from his past life." Saying thus, he took out a dry fruit from his bag, ate half, and put the other half in the mouth of the child, saying, "Eat less, sleep less, and speak less. Read Quran." As soon as the child ate the dry food, God consciousness dawned on him, and for about 3 days he remained in a state of spiritual ecstasy. Obviously, Hazrat Abdullah Shah had given Tajuddin the spiritual power or consciousness known as Shakti Path in Hindu yoga system. Thereafter, the child was found to be always in a state of contemplation in secluded places. At the age of 18, the financial condition of his maternal uncle deteriorated due to floods. As a result, both Baba and his maternal uncle searched for a job. In the year 1881, at the age of 20, Baba joined the Nagpur Army Regiment. Soon, a contingent of the regiment where Baba was serving was sent to a place called Sagar. At Sagar, Baba used to manage his duties as an army sepoy, somehow, which is soldier, somehow spending the best of the time in doing namaz and contemplation. Most of the nights he used to spend with a highly developed spiritual soul known as Hazrat Baud Sahib, undergoing spiritual practices. Hazrat Baud Sahib is therefore recognized as one of the spiritual masters of Tajuddin Baba. His absence from the army camps at nights and his least regard for the service created problems from the higher authorities. One day, in a God intoxicated state, Baba suddenly submitted his resignation from the army and left the camp. He then roamed about in the streets of Sagar like a madman without any sense of body. Soon, his maternal grandmother heard of the news and took him away to Kamti. She tried to get him cured through doctors and hakims, thinking that he was mad. The doctors and hakims could hardly improve his condition as Baba Tajuddin's consciousness had, by that time, transcended the gross and subtle body and was floating in the vast ocean of divine consciousness, behind, beyond multiplicism and dualism of nature. As the destiny of many spiritual seekers, children started throwing stones at him to which he would never react. The society around him discarded him to be useless for their purpose and declared him as mad, and therefore humiliated him whenever and wherever they could. However, miracles also started taking place around him. He would suddenly tell people about their past and warn them about future problems. One day, in that Videha state, beyond body state, he went near a British woman in a naked state. The horrified woman complained to the army authorities about such uncivilized behavior. An army officer caught hold of him and got him admitted in the lunatic asylum of Nagpur on the 16th of August. 1892. But how could the authorities confine a soul that is in a state of pure consciousness within the four walls of a lunatic asylum? As was the practice, the inhabitants of the asylum used to be locked up in barracks and cells at night. Similarly, Baba was also put in confinement under strict vigil. Soon after he was locked up in the asylum, a strange incident took place that spread Baba's name far and wide. Baba was admitted in the lunatic asylum on the 26th August 1892. On the same day, many people saw him moving freely in the streets of Kamti even after he was locked up. On the next day, that is 27th, an army sepoy who, under the orders of the magistrate, had brought Baba to the lunatic asylum the previous day, saw Baba roaming in the street. The shocked sepoy ran back and informed the British officer of the regiment about it. The officer immediately rode his horse and searched for Baba. He ultimately found him sitting under a tree smiling at him. British officer was so enraged at seeing him moving freely that he straightaway rode to the lunatic asylum at Nagpur situated at half an hour distance from Kamti. He asked the doctor on the duty, "Where is that insane whom I sent here yesterday?" The doctor informed that he was in a locked room and also showed the officer where Baba was locked. And behold, the officer found Baba Tajuddin was sitting inside the room in the same posture in which he had seen sitting under the tree only half an hour back, smiling at him. On seeing the officer, Baba said, "Brother, you are doing your work and I am doing my work." The officer was so influenced by the divine personality of Baba that he instantly became his disciple and started visiting Baba on every Sunday with his family members. Thereafter, the asylum authorities were reconciled with Baba moving at various places inside the asylum compound and outside. Gradually, Baba's name became so famous that thousands of people from near and far started lining up before the lunatic asylum every day to have Baba's darshan, blessings, and help. During his 16 years stay in the asylum, Baba cured thousands of people of diseases, granted children to the childless, and took on his shoulders the responsibilities, both temporal and spiritual, of lakhs of his devotees. Baba's fame and love for people had been drawing thousands of people daily to the lunatic asylum. Even the staffs of the asylum, including the doctors, were his devotees. The doctor gave report that Baba was not mad but a person of unusual qualities which medical science cannot explain. In the meantime, Ragoji Rao Bhonsle, the Maharaja of Nagpur, had become an ardent devotee of Baba and started visiting him regularly. One day in the evening, he thought of getting Baba released from the lunatic asylum and bring him to his palace at Shakardara. The same night, he saw a vision in the dream in which Baba appeared and pointing towards Red Palace said, "Oh, elder brother, let me stay there." It was early morning 3 a.m. on 9th July 1908, a Thursday. The Maharaja immediately called his officials and discussed about the steps to be taken to get Baba released. The council decided that the Maharaja should immediately make an application for release to the governor, central provinces. Ultimately, after depositing a security money of rupees 2000, the Maharaja secured the release of Baba on the 21st of September 1908 and brought him to his palace. From his palace, Baba started his divine work. Once Baba was lying down on the sands of the river Kanhan, when two ladies by the name of Bai and Sundara Bhai from Amravati approached him. While touching the feet of Baba, they mentally prayed to him for children as they were childless. The omniscient Baba heard their inner prayers and gave a laddu to each after tasting them. He blessed them to have sons. While they were returning, Santabai ate the laddu as a blessed prasad, but Sundarabai did not because Baba had tasted the laddu and was Muslim by birth. She quietly got the laddu buried in the sand. As the divine will could have it, Santabai got a son 9 months later. When the child was about 2 months old, she came to Baba with the child for his blessings. Shubhadra, who had not conceived even by that time, accompanied her. When Shantabai put her child at the feet of Baba, Shubhadra could not control herself. She fell at the feet of Baba and cried, Baba, where is my child? Baba told her to search the child from beneath the sand, indicating that he knew the he knew where the laddu was. Subhadra immediately realized her mistake and repented profusely before Baba. Her repentance and plight moved Baba. He blessed her to have a son, which she got after a year. The perfect master is a wish-fulfilling tree, Kalpavriksha, who even shower unconditional grace. By the year 1925, Baba was nearly 65 years old and became weak and exhausted. It was in August 1925 that Baba's health deteriorated much and Maharaja Raghoji Rao availed the services of his best physicians of Nagpur to treat Baba, but of no use. Baba was asked if he would permit the large number of devotees who were anxiously awaiting for a glimpse of their Hazrat, and with Baba's willingness, the palace was opened to all who came in a large number for a last blessing from the King of Kings, the Taj of Sadgurus, Hazrat Tajuddin Baba. It was so on 17th of August 1925 that Baba left the physical form, but he is and shall always remain in the hearts of all of his devotees. So this is about this another wonderful master, and the source for this information was taken from a website shriswami.org. Thanks for being here together, masters. So it is again wonderful to listen and look through the journey of such masters. You see, there is there are interesting things what we can learn from this master's journey. One is when he was so young in madrasa, in the school, when one of the spiritual masters visited there. Just looking at him, he could recognize the divinity and the connectedness of this child. And he told to the teacher, what are you teaching him? He knows everything. And then he told to the child, eat less, sleep less, and speak less. So, indeed, this is the message that we keep on listening from various masters across the ages: eat less, sleep less, and speak less. And then we listened about various miracles that he performed, the blessings. However, that touches me is all these spiritual masters, most of the times, were reached by many seekers with a desire to fulfill something in their physical world, in their life. And very few have reached to these masters seeking for their spiritual progress. And I think this is what that touches me, that when these spiritual masters are available around, we have to utilize, we have to ask, we have to think, we have to get clarities about non-physical things, non-worldly things. So this is about Hazrat Tajuddin Baba. Thanks a lot, masters. So feel free to share your understandings, to share anything that is related. You can unmute yourself or raise your hand. I can unmute you. You may also choose to stay back in silence. Thanks, Masters, for everyone for the comments in the chat. With this, Masters, we will end the session, and you can join at 10:30 a.m. Germany time book reading session. And the book is The Untold Story of Sita. So it had been ongoing, so you can join, and then followed by 6 p.m. session, the evening session that is going to happen. So yes, so Sharda ji says in Shirdi Sai Baba's book, there is his name mentioned. Yes, wonderful. Thank you. Thanks again, Masters. Have a wonderful day, wonderful evening. Namaste.